So JBang is an amazing tool that I discovered recently, or these last months and years. And I use it for my lectures, for teaching, and even for prototyping and for just enjoying Java development. So let me show you this. There are not a lot of slides, a lot of demos, and let's switch to the demo. So the demos are Jupyter notebooks that contain bash commands, because JBang is on the CLI, you will manipulate a lot of command line interface. So this you can run it also at home. I will share the link later. You just download the repository and play around with it. So the first slide, or this first notebook, is just to set up everything, to install JBang and to set up your working directory. So nothing fancy here. So let's go to the interesting part. So let me change to the working directory to not pollute the rest. So let's start with JBang. So when you install JBang, the first thing that you want to do is to initialize a Java file. So with JBang in it, you create a simple program. And the bat command is a nicer cat, to have some colors. So that's what you get. You see it's a regular Java file, but you see that there is a new special line added at the beginning. It's called the JBang in the Unix ecosystem. This is what you find in Bash scripts, shell scripts, Python scripts. So you can even have now Java space script, okay? Not in the same word. And meaning that you can run them directly from the terminal. So speaking of running this file, you can run any Java program with JBang like this, jbang hello.java. So let's run this command. You have the output, hello world. You can even make the Java file runnable like this, with the usual chmod plus x, and then execute the Java file. So the Java file becomes runnable, as you can see here. So this is like the starting point, the core feature for JBang, but there are many other features. So let's go to the next one. So when you want to share your apps, your code, your programs, you can export into many formats with a simple command as usual. So JBang supports jar, fatjar, JLink, native image, by just putting the name of what you want to export, or the type of the thing you want to export, and the name of your script, and then you get your jar. And JBang also can run jar files from the command line. So let's run this script. These commands to see that this jar file is generated, and you have the output of the jar file, or the output result after running the jar file. So JBang is also good for prototyping, as I said. And when you have a prototype and you want to migrate it to a full-fledged project, JBang helps you in achieving this by allowing you to export what you are working on into a Maven or Gradle project. It's a recent feature. So with JBang export Gradle or Maven, you can convert your script into a full-fledged Maven or Gradle project. And let's export this script to a project and list what's inside. And you can see that we have like usual Gradle file structure, and you have your source file in the src folder. So what also helps in getting quickly started when writing programs is having templates. Templates allow to reuse existing code or get ready to use samples to extend and to implement further. So with this syntax, JBang's, you can list your templates with this command. You have out of the box a lot of templates. Let's just see two of them, and we'll see more later. So you can create command line applications with Pico CLI very easily with JBang with this command, with the CLI template. And this is what you can get here. So for more info on Pico CLI, there is the next talk right after this with more details. And you can even create a Quarkus REST API in JBang with the QREST template. And it's a single file REST API in Java. So even Java does what other languages can do beforehand. So Java can create single file REST APIs. So I think it's amazing in terms of possibilities and features. Also with JBang supports also other formats, Kotlin, Groovy, even Markdown files that contain Java block codes. It can execute these block codes inside Markdown files. And thanks to templates, you can create a Kotlin JBang file, as you can see here, with a famous JBang initial line and the Kotlin code. And it can run also these files as well. And this is also a Groovy file that you can create with JBang in a very easy command with the init-t hello.groovy, as you can see, and so on and so forth. So, is that all? No, we still have time. I see here I still have time. So let's continue. JBang has a lot more features, so let's explore some more of them in the remaining time. Up until now, I was creating scripts and running them locally, but JBang makes running remote scripts even easier than we can imagine. So the first thing is that you can run by just a URL of your Java file if it's hosted in the internet on GitHub. If you have the URL of the Java file, you can run it by typing JBang and the URL of the script. And the first time it will request for your permission, so you can have these kind of questions that you can answer yes or no or always. And it will remember the choice. This is an example of a script hosted by the creator of JBang, Max Andersen. So kudos to him. Thanks for creating this amazing tool. And you have the result. As you can see here, it's very quick because the internet connection is good. So thanks for Devox Wi-Fi. And also because JBang has cached the execution of this script. JBang has a very powerful caching mechanism built inside. OK, let's go next. Still on the remote side, as you have seen, the URL, especially for a GIST, it's very long, very complex to remember. JBang proposes an innovative way or an interesting way to load remote scripts without having to write full URLs. Using thanks to what we call JBang catalogs, you can reference remote URLs with this kind of syntax. So here, what does it mean? I'm loading running this script, which is called PAL CLI, that I developed, in my GitHub repository, and in this repository inside my GitHub account. And I pass this argument. So this is just a script that tells if it's a palindrome or not. You know, for teaching, these are the basic stuff that you teach students, and this is the output. This string is a palindrome. Also JavaFX, let's show some love to JavaFX. So I have shared the script that allows you to print your JavaFX, JavaFX information. So let me close this. It prints a JavaFX window, so it displays a JavaFX window and some information as well. And you can also load remote templates by using the same syntax. So you know, as I said, JBang makes developer experience with Java easier, and even Java itself is working on learning Java easier in terms of the language. For example, having the main function without requiring to have the main class. So I shared this template, which uses the compact compact class for the main method, and when you reference this template with a similar template as the script, you can get this file, which uses the compact class syntax. And it runs very well. And since this depends on Java 25 at least, you can, in JBang, specify that you need to have Java 25 available, and you can add the compiler options and the runtime options. So you just need to write JBang, the name of your file, and it will run. The file is autosufficient and autonomous. And what is great is that JBang will download Java 25 for you. You don't need to worry about it at all. It will download the correct Java version that you specify in your file. Here, these two slashes. It will download the adopt open JDK. By default, it will fetch this. So about JBang catalog, it's just a JSON file that you host in your website or in your GitHub repository. And for example, when you reference this script, it will fetch it from my GitHub repository in the JBang catalog. In my GitHub account. It's Yassine, my GitHub account. The JBang catalog repository by default, and it will fetch the JBang catalog.json file. Inside it, you can specify your scripts and your templates. This is a sample of a catalog file where I have the JavaFX window that I showed earlier, where it's located, the Java file where it's located in my repository, and also the compact main file Where is it located in my repository? And templates also support the Qt syntax, so you can add some dynamic text inside the template, by the way. GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket are supported or are fetched by JBang when searching for remote scripts and catalog, and you can even host it on your own website and domain. Please take a look at the documentation of JBang to see how it fetches this, how it fetches these URLs one by one. So this remote features, this JBang catalog unlocks a lot of possibilities. One of them is called the App Store. Not the Apple App Store, not because I have a Mac, but it's an App Store for JBang catalogs. So what's the idea is that JBang catalogs are public. You know, they're hosted on GitHub or on your website. So as long as you can index them, for example, using GitHub APIs, you can list all the JBang catalogs available. You can create nice UIs to explore them, to search for them. One example is the jbang.dev App Store website, which proposes an app store that you can use to scroll or browse through the available catalogs. And here is a screenshot of when I search for wordline in JBang, in the JBang App Store. And anyone can create an app store. It's not like something that is locked to JBang itself. OK, last two features that I would like to show. So this is the first one. With JBang, you can also install remote scripts. With JBang app, install the reference of your scripts, so you don't need internet connection later. And there are even programs or applications, or tools that are now installed with JBang. For example, I discovered recently that the Jupyter Java kernel for Jupyter notebooks, it's the official way to install it is with JBang. So they developed a Java file that installs the kernel, and this Java file is executed through JBang. So by combining the different features of JBang, we can achieve very interesting possibilities and features while sticking into the Java ecosystem. And one last feature that I'd like to show is that you can run Java directly from the CLI with JBang. So this is an example of some stream manipulation to list only files that end with Java, and they pass this Java code directly into JBang, like this. So I split it into multiple lines to make the readability easier, but you can put everything on a single string. And let's run it. And you get this. JBang also supports dependencies and including additional source files or resource files. So when you still want to stick with JBang and not migrate to Gradle or Maven, this is a good solution. And one example of this is you saw the slides that I showed earlier. They were made with JavaFX, by the way. And I share a template that allows you to create presentations with JavaFX through JBang. It's this template that you can run on your computer. And it will fetch these files to get started with some 2 fxmls, so 2 slides. And you can run it like the template. You can run it like this. So everything is real time. I just downloaded the template, and now I'm running it. And here is the template that you can get started to create slides with JavaFX. So let me stop this. So to conclude, JBang is a powerful tool for simple projects, for learning, for prototyping, for sharing also, which is very important also to share scripts, templates, for installing apps, and even more. Please take a look at the documentation. And let's go back now to the JavaFX slides that I showed earlier. So thanks, everyone. I'm Yassine. I'm a dev engineer at Wordline. I'm also a teacher and a member of the Lille Android GDG. Please visit the technical blog of Wordline, our YouTube channel. Please leave a review for my talk. I really enjoy reading reviews, and I learn from them. And there is a presentation material. And you can run these slides using JBang, of course. Thank you.